Wait, you were fat?
No.
I was thinking this earlier. I go, what would Blair White do if she gained 200 pounds? And I thought, oh, she'd kill herself.
Yeah, 100.
What's that on your lip? Is it a cold sore? What are you doing about it? Are you probably taking that big pill, bad built, butch, big ass, blue pill, butch body, bad built, butch body, blue pill? Is that what you're doing? You're taking that big pill? I don't know. What you should be doing is using Helocaine. Everyone has herpes.
I don't.
Well, you probably...
If I did, I'd use Helix cream. Helocaine is what I would use if I had herpes, which I don't.
You don't have to have herpes to have a cold sore. So next time you have a cold sore and you maybe be feeling a little tingle, pop this Helocaine. Sometimes the cold sores won't even pop up. Go to our link in the bio. Use promo code Colton15.
Fucked up.
They picked a side. And you guys should pick a side too. Choose Helocaine.
We love Helocaine.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad.
To drag out horse.
No. So you parked here and she said, you ain't Barbie, bitch?
Yeah. So immediately I'm like, the parking attendant didn't even come to me at all. Like, so I'm like, okay, I don't even know how this works. And this one woman and some guy came up and she said, I'm not Barbie, bitch. Which I never, said I was, but I don't know.
What kind of
I forgot how bad it is in Austin on like 6th Street. I really did.
Yeah, it's really Night of the Living Dead.
I am so desensitized by it that I'm just like, yeah, well, that's where they sit.
Colton's like friends with the homeless people. Like he's always like, hey, Robbie. He's like, how do you know his name?
Colton has seen the worst of 6th Street. Colton saw a guy get killed on 6th Street.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, that was rough.
Tell the story.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I saw him get killed like 6 times. Because it was on the cameras out front of the creek during South by when that car smashed the scooter guys.
That happened too? Oh shit.
Yeah, this guy, he was taking off because a cop was going to pull him over for doing an illegal thing, but he didn't want, he was running from the cops apparently. He had a parole or something. I don't really know a lot of the police words. Warrant?
Probably.
And so he just took off. A scooter was in the road and he hit him at 7th Street, dragged his body a whole block. So we had the cameras. I showed the cops and the cop was just like, yeah, can you replay that? Can you replay that? All right, back there. And everyone and I just looked up and I goes, I'm so sorry. I can't see this guy die anymore. I gotta go.
Wait, wasn't he really hot?
He was so hot. And he was standing right behind me. I almost just wanted to lean my head back and go
oh my God.
I just go are we trauma bonding?
Yeah. Sorry, death makes me really horny.
I have ran from the police a couple times though in my earlier life.
Yeah.
Really?
High school, I was always running from the cops.
High school, early adulthood.
Yeah.
Maybe past the high school years, you know what I'm saying? But
what were you running from the cops from?
Well, there's one incident where I was in Jack in the Box, and it was in Chico, California, which is like a crazy college town, and it was just.
Were you in college?
No, I was even so much of a loser. I was hanging out in a college town. I wasn't even in college at the time.
And at Jack in the Box.
I was Jack in the Box at a solid 3 p.m. Woke up at a solid 1.
Chico's a place where the college that it's if you don't get into any other college, you go there, right?
I think so. It's like Chico State, but then there's Cal State, which is bigger. Yeah, she was number 4 or 5 in the state probably. But this was back when I had a purple mullet. I was a total faggot, still am, but just not the trans part.
Oh, so this is before you transitioned?
Yeah,
years, God, I would love to see a before and
I bet
after.
those have you scrubbed them from the internet. I mean,
no, all you gotta do is Google it, and it's tragic. They're all tragic in different ways. All the pictures.
I was looking at me and my prom photos. It's bad. I was real bad.
You think yours are bad? I'm 300 pounds. I'm missing an eyebrow on one of them. I had shaved it off for the senior scavenger hunt. I'm blackout drunk at prom. With my girl that I'm there with being I'm not gay. You think yours are bad? It's bad.
I could actually see all of us having pretty bad ones. I feel we all give off survived some shit in earlier life. So
I looked like Kenny Miller from We're the Millers.
Oh,
It was a rough.
is that the guy that in? Oh yeah, with Jen Aniston.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
I don't know what that is.
Oh wait, so you're in the
Neither
back.
do
You're in
I.
a Jack in the Box. It's 3 p.m.
Oh my God! Yeah, I had to mace this girl because
I had to mace this girl.
so this is back in the y'all remember pre-Prop 8?
Yeah.
This is giving a solid 07, 08, whatever. So it was just a different vibe for LGBT people in general. And I'm in Jack in the Box, and there's this group of friends, co-ed friends, and one of them, this bitch is just especially harassing. And mind you, I looked like, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought it was me.
Sorry, the producer.
Oh, he's like, get this bitch off the show. I looked crazy. I cannot overstate that. I had a purple mullet. I would wear these glitter platform heels, shitty makeup, bad. And so everyone in this small town, it's oh, there's the faggot. And so I eventually got sick of it. And there's one bitch just would not stop saying shit. I don't even remember what she was saying, but just would not stop. Me and my friend both looked like that. And she got up, and I'm not gonna even back then, I'm not gonna hit a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was bigger than me, but still wasn't gonna hit her. So I maced her. And then, because she's coming at me. And then they
Were
called the
you
cops
sitting
on me,
down?
pre-Prop 8.
Were you sitting down?
Not when I maced her. I definitely stood up. I was
Did you
"Bitch,
have
don't
an
even try."
open hamburger?
No,
Kind of
what
want to set the table in my mind. I want to know, did it get in the mace? Did you try to go back for the hamburger?
I was probably too broke to even really be eating.
How
Really?
far were you from her? Because those go pretty far, right?
I was so close, and you know what? I heard that she had. Now that I'm remembering, a little bit of a complication afterwards, getting her eyes fixed. Not that she went blind. I don't think I deserved that karma from blinding a bitch, but I think she had complications.
And that's actually why you transitioned, to kind of get away from it.
And I was like, you know what?
Try to find me.
I'm done with this. I'm done with this very outwardly gay presentation. I gotta be a bitch now.
Oh my God, that's so. Wait, when you.
But I ran from the cops. Long story short, they called the cops because, of course, pre-Prop 8, no matter what, we're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, with my friend, just in heels at a solid 3 p.m. again, mess. And I think we hid behind a big dumpster in a fucking apartment complex or something. It was ratchet.
At this point, when you're wearing heels and you haven't transitioned yet, are you I'm trans, or you're just oh, I'm just a fag?
No. I think my last name on MySpace was even fag something. I think it was Fagatron or something.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox Live doesn't let you use the word fag.
Really? I wonder why. I mean, that's all they say on there. I'm sure you can speak it
It's
still.
literally the only word they use.
Yeah.
No, you
Sure, I
can't
said
speak it.
back,
You can't say it.
Really?
On the live chats. If you're in the same room, you can't say. There's a list of words, you can probably guess them, that you can't say.
Yeah.
And you'll get booted from Xbox Live.
Oh,
Oh
whoa.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, they
See,
probably
this is the problem. We start policing the kids' words. I mean, they can't. They
wanna
can't
use it
say
more.
Yeah, they do though. It's
I feel like it does
Yeah.
make people hate gay people more. I feel like now people are loving saying the word. On social media, you see it more, and it's they don't want to say that for a few years. It's been on the tip of their tongue for a
Guys
few
were
years.
not saying faggot for a while, and they
Yeah.
be saying it again. I mean, they're loving it.
Maybe, maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
But I had this point that I made the other day. I tweeted, I was like, you know what? I'm actually glad the words fag and retard are being normalized, because you can totally be gay and not be a faggot, and you can be just stupid and not be retarded, actually have a mental retardation. So it's there are half the time not even slurs for those groups. I would never call a gay person a faggot.
Oh,
In a mean way. That
Ooh,
was my
yeah.
friend. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah,
And I wouldn't
yeah,
call
yeah.
a disabled person, a retard, but
Of
there's a lot of
course.
people out here that are just dumb and deserve to get called retard.
Also, I just kind of think when you try to force other people to say what they can and can't say, that's what everyone focuses on. When it's there's other things that we could be dealing with, and you're kind of getting hyper focused on these words that don't matter.
It backfires.
Right.
A
It
little
backfires
bit.
every time, and yeah.
I only use the word retard when talking about super dumb people.
Yeah.
I think if I was referring to some sort of diagnosis, I would just use that word.
Yeah, because that's fucked up if you're really trying to call someone with
But
an
it's just
issue or a retard.
non-specific. It's what do you
Yeah.
even mean by that? So I
Yeah.
think
I would also rather be called retarded than them think of a specific reason that I'm stupid.
Yeah. Oh, is it Down syndrome?
Yeah, everyone can be oh, he's retarded. Okay, fine. But if it's listen, he has a learning difficulty. It's that hurts more.
Why do you look at me? I have a learning disability.
Do you really?
We don't know which one it was, but yeah, I was in the special classes in high school.
So was I though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was
Look
in.
at us now, internet celebrities.
Living the dream. But I think I was in Gate, You remember the
Oh
gate?
no.
It was for like gifted and talented.
Well,
Like-
okay, so that's
No.
Oh,
different special.
I was in like this special ed room.
Oh, I was in the like a little too special, and you were in the like, oh, special.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, they
Room.
were like, how do you spell apple? And I was like, yeah, but I, yeah, it's
So
all
I shouldn't have gasped. I was really gasping.
You were Rain Man, he was radio. That's
yeah,
kind of the vibe.
Yes.
Okay.
And look at us in the same room now.
Well, you got it together.
I got it together,
You got it
yeah.
together, and you've accomplished more than most people that were probably, not in the special classes.
That's actually
in your class.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That's very true.
Everyone in my hometown is like super like weird. Like they all had babies really early. That's not even
Chico?
weird. That's normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
Oh no. Oh, we're the freaks. Okay.
Yeah,
Got
no,
it.
we're the
Got it.
artists. Yeah, gay people freaks.
This is the LGBT podcast.
yeah,
We're the freaks.
yeah, yeah.
I forgot for a
Jimmy's
second.
straight, but he's gay by association.
Yeah.
You're straight? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Is it the Apple Watch? I was told that's the
think
dead giveaway.
I think it's just the association.
Yeah.
Gay by association.
Yeah, they say that about trannies. Like, trannies never like to go out with too many trannies at once, because then it becomes like the possibilities of like getting clocked is just so much higher.
It's kind of like with hot girls when they're in a big group. You kind of can't tell. They all look hotter. Maybe when
Yeah.
all trans girls are together, they all look more trans, and then but
Yeah.
individually you maybe wouldn't clock it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also just like scary hanging out with trannies.
Why?
I feel like they get into problems.
Oh, like
well,
They be
they be macing
I
people
like
with Jack in the Box.
like that.
they get into problems. The most controversial. I can't even say the word.
That is a tranny ass situation. Just
You
like
get into
macing a
fights
bitch.
more than anyone I know.
Well, now they're all verbal.
Yeah.
You know, it's up here now. But back in the day, people, I don't know, like looking at the comments, I was mentioning this before we came in on like the podcast episode on last time with you guys. I realized like, oh, people have like a really crazy kind of wrong idea about me. Like they were shocked that I was like so normal.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend today who is like a huge Blair Whitehead. And she's like a pretty liberal person. And she's like, I love Blair. I think she's so misunderstood. And she was like, what do you think the most misunderstood thing about you is?
Probably, okay, there's like some egregious misconceptions. Like there's this narrative that I'm like rich and like was born rich or had like sugar daddies that like paid for surgeries or whatever. Like that's probably the one that I'm like, are y'all fucking crazy? Like I grew up in like fucked up situations. Like I was not
Trailer?
rich. Not a trailer. Actually, I think like the first like year or two of my life, and then got a house. But yeah. People think I'm like bougie, and I guess I am like a little bit, but not in a judgy way.
Yeah, but
what I
you've
mean?
been
Just
working
like
for a long time.
Yeah. I've many years I wasn't making hardly any money.
Yeah.
Doing. I could have been a hoe.
Yeah.
Because they make money really fast, and tranny hoes make a lot of money.
I bet you get a lot of
Oh my
offers.
gosh.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they kind of filter out. Like, you know how like some comments you'll get are just so common that they filter out in your brain, you won't notice them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But now I'm thinking about it, I guess I kind of do.
Well, we had
That
a lot
has
of
to be
comments.
hard to not do it. Cause I'm like
not do it?
Yeah, I'm making like not that much money, and I'll go, yeah, you can see my hole.
I just like don't like sex.
You don't
Oh.
like sex?
No.
even on like any of it, like physical
What do you mean?
touch or like even kissing or
Nah,
like
don't touch me.
holding hands. You like
Aren't you
to
in a
hold hands?
relationship though?
Yeah, but I'm still on some like don't touch me shit.
Really?
I just like have never been a very sexual person.
Do you think you're asexual maybe?
I don't know, because I still have like an attraction to men. Like I still,
Yeah.
like if I have to pick a gender I'm attracted to,
Mm-hmm.
it's that. But I guess if I have to say like if I have to pick, then maybe I am. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
I'm
don't
just
like
like not into it. Maybe
give it.
I've-
You don't like to give head. I'm asking because we love
We are
to get.
obsessed with giving head. It's like almost like it's honest. If you have an addiction to like the internet, we have an addiction to sucking dick. I mean, honest to God.
I would have never guessed. No.
No.
In fact, that's my least favorite thing to do.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not out here sucking dick like that.
But are you engaged?
Yeah, but I'm not out here sucking dick like that. If anything, I probably would have always preferred like receiving, but even then, I'm like, I don't know. I've just never been into it.
Okay. You said, sorry, misconception. Grew up poor. What's the poorest moment that you like when you think of poor? You're like the image that goes to your head. You're like that. That's why I feel poor. Because I always felt poor, but then I hang out with Dylan and I go, I guess I grew up rich, but
Oh shit.
but just compared to him.
Right, it's levels to it. I don't know. I would say like My brokest was probably after I moved out from my parents' house because I'm a person with like a lot of pride. Like I don't ask for anything. So like I was never asking for help with like rent and all that shit. So
Which I think is a poor person's attitude.
It is.
it is. It's also like some like trauma shit.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
learning to survive only on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure. But rich people go like, no, I got a guy for that.
Literally,
I'll
my
pull
mom
hella
dropped-
loans.
My mom literally was dropping me off at the airport, and she was like, "Do you need money?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "Ugh, "You wouldn't tell me if you did." And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's my.
I go, do you have some?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Colton
can give
is
it to
so
me, bitch.
willing to take it.
Yeah.
I actually my dad is getting married next month, and he wants me to go. And so I told him he has to pay for me to go and get me a rental car. And he was like, you want me to pay $500 for a rental car? I go, unless you don't want me to come.
Oh shit.
Did you say yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the life.
That
That's
is the life.
I love that. Oh my god.
He goes, you're an adult. You should get your own. I go, I'm an adult. If I'm an adult, then I'll spend the $500 on a vacation for me.
Yeah.
Not your fourth wedding, dude.
Oh, number 4, you better pay.
Right?
The fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Number 4, you better.
That's not
pay.
even love anymore. This is a business agreement. I mean, we're all coming to
Oh, a new
Oh,
contract. Okay.
Yeah. I said, that was the other thing. I said, if you don't get a prenup, I'm also not going.
Oh.
Is that bad?
No,
I,
I think
feel
it's
like
nice to-
it's good. He also
It is actually. You got to protect your dad too.
right, but it's also like if it goes south, which has gone south in the past, then I'm gonna have to fucking hear about it, and it's gonna affect me.
He's worried about his inheritance.
If you had one, you would be too.
Wait, hold on. Okay, you have an inheritance.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
But yeah,
I have.
Okay.
There's a trust.
Yeah, it is different levels here. It is different levels
yeah.
here for sure. Yeah.
It's sitting in a trust.
yeah. People have to die, and then Colton's gonna have money.
Yeah, and I hope that they live forever.
When
I
I
thought you could say the opposite. I was like, maybe don't say that on camera.
No, but it is hard to know that. To be like, oh, once you die, I get a bunch of stuff. It is
I
hard
also
to
get
know.
stuff, but it comes in the form of bills.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your parents' debt.
yeah, or like, no, I don't think they cannot force you to pay your parents' debt.
I think they can.
I think they can.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Well, what they do is they have to go through the estate. So like they take the house and then they sell it if there are any debts, and then whatever's left over, that's yours.
Oh, okay. Well,
When did you guys realize you're gay?
It's
At
really
what
hard.
age?
my sister asked me that while I was home. And I was like, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "But I'll tell you." My sister asked me. I was like, "What? I've been out for 12 years. You're gonna
Yeah.
ask me now?"
That's it?
I came out when I was 18.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. It feels like forever. But like, when did you realize you were gay?
It's-
really young. I was like attracted to men, but I was like, this is really bad.
This is a situation.
This is a really bad situation. And then I spent my whole high school being like, I'm not fucking gay, but it's like jerking off to gay porn every single night. So really confusing.
Did you fuck girls?
No, but I was like, this is a phase. I know this is the phase. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm gay. But so probably young. I was like, something's different when I was in preschool wearing dresses.
Okay. Even I didn't wear dresses. Shit. Fuck. What about you?
I cognitive dissonance familiar. You?
Yes.
Great. I just didn't want to say a word that you were like, what the fuck are you
know.
talking about?
I
Great.
know that.
He thinks we all stupid.
No, not you. Not
Okay, just
gay
you.
over here.
I have a hard time with words.
Spelling apple is sorry, I'm not putting you down. I just
you.
tell my story. I was having sex with a lot of women, and I played on the rugby team. And so any thought that I had, I just considered it to be like, oh, the thought when you're driving, you're like veer off, and
Yeah.
but you don't do it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I just thought the gay thought was. Just a
Okay.
crazy thing.
So it was like a temptation or something, but not like a real, like, oh, I'm a gay person.
Yeah, I never said I'm a gay person. I think I would say like sometimes I want to suck my friend's dick.
And that's just being cool.
I think that's just
That's
being
just
really
helping someone
fun.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? When did you know? Did you think you were gay first, and then when did you realize you were trans?
And then I came out after hair school's the end of the story.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of late though. I feel like maybe I'm
21?
wrong. I've always been like, I knew I was like some kind of faggot like really little.
Yeah.
Like preschool.
Yeah.
And then like I never had to come out. I was just that much of like a like even when I transitioned, no one was like shocked. Everyone was like, that makes sense for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
grow up in the same town your whole life? Mm-hmm. So I moved around a lot. So I didn't really people didn't know me for long enough to be like, there's something different about you that's different than
Yeah.
everybody else. He's just the new kid. He's just, you know.
That makes sense. Yeah. I figured it out so young. But I feel like I'm still learning about myself even now. Like at 30, I'm like learning all this new shit all the time.
Like what?
I found I'm black.
You're black?
What are you,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris?
Blair's the VP pick.
No, I'm like black.
Well, how'd you find out?
A DNA test.
Uh-huh.
I'm like
How-
2%.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my God.
That's like a
Blair.
whole pinky finger, I feel like, right? Like a dick. Yeah, that and like autistic.
You're black and autistic.
I know.
Oh my God.
Are you into
How
anime?
many L's can you take? What?
I said, are you into anime?
No, I thought you said animals. Neither.
How'd you find out?
That was from getting diagnosed.
Uh-huh.
I took like all these autism tests on the internet, and I was like doing them over and over again until I realized like I can't just like keep coming up autistic at these tests. I have to go to an actual doctor in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were accurate tests.
What were some of the symptoms?
Just like little like rituals and shit that I do, which sounds like OCD, but it has like a crossover with autism, and just like the way I process information, communication, all that shit. Yeah. I'm not like severe, you know, there's people that like need fucking help with it.
Yeah.
I'm more of just like, I feel like it makes me just like a little bit weird, which is fine.
Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like I hear it on the internet a lot that like there's a lot of people who are trans who are also autistic.
Oh yeah. It's like a near circle.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a perfect circle almost.
Has
Really?
it changed your life at all? Like in the way that you behave?
The autism shit?
Or like,
Yeah.
have you learned
No.
any skills to kind of like enhance your life?
No, because it's not the kind that I feel like really like is a negative impact. If anything, it's just the kind that gives me like a lot of like special interests, and like so I really like spiral and like dive into things and like figure shit out.
Yeah.
Which plays into like my career because I can like deliver information, you know.
Yeah.
For sure. And also, I've said this to several therapists, and I go, I think I might be autistic. They go, no, it's something else. And I go, what is it? They go, who knows?
It's something else.
Who knows? They've been trying to diagnose me for years.
Yeah.
They definitely are like, for sure ADHD, but like some other stuff too. I'm like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't think diagnoses are helpful. I think
Yeah.
like,
they
like,
just feel
I
good.
agree.
That's it.
They just feel good. I go,
good.
if you have if you think something of me, that's great. I would love to know like skills to work through the issues
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
having, because I feel like people hang on to a diagnosis and then they use it as like, oh, well, I'm like this, so this is why I'm behaving like this. It's like you're supposed to use that diagnosis to like learn more about it and change. Not
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Or like work on yourself.
Yeah, and I immediately was like, I don't even really care that much that I am. Like, it's just people are just fucking people. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
it is
You
what
didn't put
is.
it in your Instagram bio.
2% black autistic.
Black, autistic, trans, fucking mother
Is there a
load.
symbol for autism? Yeah, because they put it on the flag. I think they put it on the new
Is there a
flag.
fucking flag?
loser.
Ew.
Yeah, they updated the latest Pride one to include autism.
That's
That
so
has-
funny.
you
That's
have-
autistic as fuck to even do that.
You have to put that in your bio.
Oh my god. Autistic, black. People will get pissed if people say my last name is like a racist thing.
Oh, really?
Oh.
They think it's like a racist joke. They're like, "Are you calling yourself white to be like racist?" I'm like, "It's my fucking last name."
Yeah.
They came like Blair White Power. White.
yeah. That's why I also don't have many like names for my fan base, because I'm like, they all sound fucking racist. Like Blair, White Army, White
Yeah,
Army, White Power. I don't know.
Oh
No.
my God.
Yeah,
I had the White Stripes. They did it fine, right?
I guess so.
Are you into rock?
Are you gonna say, are you into racism?
Are you into racism?
I mean, yeah, I like a lot of different kinds of music.
Yeah? Like what? What are you listening to right now?
Right now, I'm autistically spiraling on a friend's music, which is Ronnie Radke. I was in his music video earlier this year.
Yep.
You were also in Jelly Roll's music video, right?
It was the same one.
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah,
a little
that's so
collab.
cool.
That
Yeah,
was-
so
that
I'm
was
just
great.
like, I'm just like still on that. Just like listening
You
to
look-
all his shit.
Awesome in it. I was like,
you. It was so
I
fun.
hope she gets cast in like a movie where she gets to do like this.
Would you do a movie?
Yeah, I would do anything. I feel like if I do that, I would do most things, because it's like that's so far removed from my normal shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Do you have like a role that you're like, I would love to play this?
I want to die like on camera. I've always wanted to die on camera. Like horror movie, like
Oh, like murder.
I want to
I
see
could
you in like
see you
a
get
Pride and
slapped.
Prejudice. Could you imagine if they remade Little Women, but you're playing one of the sisters?
Oh my God.
I would love that.
Did you ever see the Little Women reality shows that were on for so long?
Oh, I meant like the Greta Gerwig, like the one about the girls in the 1920s. You're talking about Little Women.
I was talking
Big
about like
World.
midgets.
Yeah, yeah.
I also have a lot of love for those people, by the way.
Wait, that's her first role? A little person?
yeah.
Blair White in her smallest role yet.
Yeah.
God.
Just the worst CGI. It's just her interacting with the world, but just smaller.
Just so stupid offensive. Like, holy shit. I have a lot of love for little people, though. I really do. Because I feel like no one really pays attention to them.
Yeah.
I don't actually know a single one.
Really? Well, they're really rare. But they go through some shit. One of my
It's
best
hard.
friends is a little person.
Really?
Yeah, we look really funny together. Like a tranny.
They have a lot of like medical issues.
Yeah, so there's like different kinds, too.
Yeah.
My mom's last husband was 5'4", and I felt awful for him. He couldn't reach anything. I actually would hide stuff, or just like I would hate him, so I would just like move stuff to like the top shelf because he had to get onto the counter like this.
Oh my God,
I
Colton.
just remember being like, "Fuck you, Carl."
That's I would never even like for my own dignity like do that on a counter. Like,
Right? You can't get on the counter like that. You're a grown ass man.
I do feel bad for like just regular short men too, because like at least like little people, there's like I have a thing, I have a diagnosis. You're just fucking short.
I love short men. Am I alone in that?
Yeah.
No, just
Really? You wouldn't date a short guy? Ever?
No,
Do you have a cutoff?
Well,
that's my real racism. People
no.
think I'm racist. I'm
no,
racist
it's
against short
because
men.
you run your mouth and you need a big man behind you just in case.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I've been in so many situations that it's a blessing that there's just someone there that's not like small.
And
Yeah.
have you ever been like step? Have you ever like kind of like
What do you mean?
told him to come up and like take care of it?
Oh no.
Or are you still yelling behind when he steps in the middle?
No, it's so I did a thing at like Pride at it was a Round Rock like recently.
I saw it.
And it was like a whole shit show. And like my whole thing is like just let whatever, if the camera's on, it's different. Like let
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
happen. As long as I don't die.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I like it as real as possible on camera. So
They really were mad at you. They were
yeah,
following
you would have thought I
around.
was the fucking Unabomber walking in
Yeah,
there.
what is going on with it? What, gay people? Because even last time we had
What's
Wait,
going on with gay people?
what is going on with
Wait,
gay people?
catch the listeners up.
Oh well,
I
mean,
saw the clip. I'm just can't
There were
remember
people
what you were
following you
asking.
around. They were telling other gay people not to talk to you. You were running into fans, and they were trying to like separate you from your fans.
Yeah.
And they were like getting very aggressive with you and like filming you and calling you a bigot and things like that.
Oh, so it wasn't like you were asking a specific question or holding a specific sign.
No, and I was actually being very nice. I was walking in and just asking people on camera that agreed to be on camera. I didn't just come
Yeah,
up
yeah.
with a camera to a person and be like, do you want to answer questions just about like opinions about current things in the community? So it's like, what do you think about the ban in Texas on like kids transitioning? What do you think about such and such, right?
Right.
And you would have thought I was the tranny Hitler.
Yeah.
Like the way they acted, it was like the Unabomber walked in and was gonna blow up. Pulse nightclub was surely gonna happen again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like weird. The security was like following me, like you said. And
Yeah, it was very strange. And, you know, even when we had you on last time, we had a lot of people who were, like, commenting, like, come on, guys, Blair White. I can't believe you're platforming Blair White. We were like, if anything, she's helping us. Number one. But I feel like you have a really, like, people get really mad at you.
yeah, I'm very like polarizing.
Yeah.
Not bipolar, but polarizing. It's kind of like
My favorite thing you said online when you were like, I'm Blair White. Of course I'll say you're not trans.
that's kind of my main thing.
Problems.
Yeah, I'm very polarizing. I have like a cult fan base that just goes so hard, and
Yeah.
then people that think I'm tranny Hitler, which is weird because I don't know. I feel like I'm not.
Also, to me, you're just a girl with opinions. It's not like you're running for
God
office.
forbid.
Yeah.
Can a bitch have an opinion?
And don't they always hate that? It's actually
Isn't
misogynistic.
that just the story of a bitch with an opinion?
Honest to God, it kind of is, though.
Rest in peace, Rosa Parks.
Yeah,
If anything, I'm the. let me not compare myself.
you know Rosa Parks' husband had a car?
I just saw that. Don't bring that shit up into our things. We
It's so
support Rosa
funny.
Parks on this thing.
Of course I
Sorry,
do.
Rosa.
Yeah.
Well, she also wasn't like.
No, I know it's a plant, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
She
yeah.
wasn't even black.
Okay.
Okay, Blair, come on.
She was actually black. Yeah. She was black, just like me.
And
Oh my
9/11
God, you're 2% black.
I'm
You
2%
You
black.
play the new movie Rosa Parks. And it's Blair White in the back of the bus.
Wait, am I like blacker than Kamala Harris? we can go black for black here. I'm 3%, 2%. What's she?
Yeah, you got to throw Elizabeth Warren in there too. You know?
Elizabeth Warren.
That's the other thing. Oh my God. Okay, so I learned that I'm 20% Native American,
I could
Indigenous
see that.
American.
I could see that.
Now I could see it. That I look at myself. I'm like, okay, I could see that and that. But like, I would have never thought, because most people aren't even that like much.
Disney presents
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Actually,
that
would be it.
That
would
is
be-
the perfect role.
Hello.
You should. That would be so funny.
I was trying to think of like, for some reason I wanted.
At 20%
I wrote myself
Native
in it.
American, Blair White deserves to get this role.
I mean, I probably am more than Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, I think she was like 13%.
Oh, I thought she was
Hello.
like 0.
Yeah, I thought it was like a .00.
I think it's 0.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's so sad. She really messed up when she did that.
I gotta make that a tweet.
She
or
went to
something.
Harvard.
Yeah.
Like she didn't mess up at all. She did great.
This guy who I had sex with, he went to Harvard, and he messed up a lot too.
Ski mask?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Ski mask.
I had sex with someone who, when I got to his apartment, he was wearing a ski mask.
That's so gay.
That's
That's like the gayest thing ever. Y'all love a mask.
yeah,
A theme.
Yeah.
Theme sex is y'all's thing.
By the way, he was the hottest guy I'd ever had sex with up to
Really?
that point. Once he took the mask off, I said,
Was he ugly?
No, he's so hot.
Oh.
He took the mask off, and he was like really hot.
The category is mask.
Are you like dating him now, or is it just like sex?
No, it was just had sex. Actually, he was the last person I had sex with like a year ago.
Oh, so you're not very into sex either.
Well, no, I'm like I just don't have like anal sex, 'cause to me that's like a lot more personal. So I just
anal's crazy.
Yeah, anal is crazy.
Anal
and
is crazy.
it really
I guess I'm a
is.
pretty
And
crazy
so I'm just
dude.
gonna do
Cole's a wild and crazy guy.
I just do like jerk and oral.
Yeah.
Do crazy guys.
Anal is so personal.
It really is.
You don't need to be up in there if I don't know you.
100%.
No.
I
Even if I
actually
do.
I don't mind them in my. And what I found out is that I was hooking up with some older dudes. They love so much body contact. It's like they just need a hug. They invited me over to fuck me in the ass so that they could have a hug.
Yeah.
And then they also like tongue the shit out of you, just like so much tongue.
You've been fucking old men? You kiss old men?
No.
Yeah, I did that. But then I hooked up with a 26-year-old and he was great.
Yeah.
Well, I think that would be a big difference, probably.
Yeah.
An old man and a 26-year-old. Like,
Hey, I'll take both.
You know, we have a lot of
I
friends.
don't have to choose.
Yeah. We have a lot of friends who are straight men who have sex with trans women a lot, but we've come to realize that all of our straight male friends are getting fucked up the ass by these trans women.
Yeah. When I first found out about it, I assumed that they were fucking a trans.
We
like
thought
they were topping.
we thought they were topping, and then we found out that all of them. Is this common to notice? Is that a lot of these boys are trying to get bottom?
It's like a law. It's like a constant. It's like that's what they. Because you could just be with a regular bitch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we say it all the time that our friend Spencer said it perfectly. He's like, I don't think it's gay to have sex with trans women, but when they're fucking you in the ass.
Unless, right? It's a caveat.
Yeah.
It's like they're not all like that, but it's far from rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you consider those guys straight?
I don't even think it's like super straight to be with a trans woman at all. I think it's like somewhere on the spectrum.
Really?
Similar to autism.
Yeah.
I think it's a spectrum. I think sexuality, like I'm not one of these people that's like gender is some crazy spectrum, but like sexualty clearly is. Like that's just, if you have eyes, you can see that. There are people that are bi, gay, straight, and then there are people that are, really bi, more into one than the other. It's everyone's different.
That's me.
Yeah. Yes. We're both.
Yeah, I think Colton's just greedy. I think Colton wants to fuck everyone.
Yeah.
It's fun. The only reason I don't have sex with women more, I think, is because I am worried about their feelings.
You should be. Yeah.
They
That's
did-
the thing.
Colton stole that from me, but
Colton? I think he should start identifying as just greedy. I think.
yeah.
I
Taking
didn't
all the-
steal that from you. I actually had sex with women, so I actually care about their feelings.
Okay.
I guess I'm scared that they'll react.
That's the thing. We would have sex with women, but then we just don't want to deal with the emotions of it.
Wait,
guys,
you would have sex with women now?
Hypothetically.
MMF.
in this, I really like MMF type situations, and would possibly have sex with a woman if the opportunity present. Like one time, I was really high on mushrooms, and I met this girl, and I was like, "Am I in love with her?" But I could have just been high on
That's
mushrooms.
kinda cute.
Yeah, I'm open. I'm like an open. We're open.
Yeah.
I
also,
go back and forth thinking y'all are like hella gay, and then also like not really.
Well, we can
Like,
be
you would
really
both-
gay. So we are. I think if you're say like gun to my head, what am I? I'd be like gay. But listen. I fingered a girl during the pandemic.
But ain't it a fucking spectrum? But it's clearly a spectrum for you to even say that you kind of,
I've noticed that like people, if we're going to talk about sexuality being a spectrum, we're always talking about that basically with like straight people exploring gay stuff. And I think we're starting to see a lot of more gay men who are like, I think when you're gay, and especially a gay man, it's such, the consequences of being gay is that people will look at you in a completely different way every single time you come out. Like you're not going to escape the gay rumor. So then once you become gay, you kind of hold on to that so tightly that you're kind of like, well, could I do it? If you open yourself up, I think a lot of us would be more open to sexual situations.
I only use the word gay because it just makes the conversation shorter.
easier, yeah.
Right. I think if you go into it, I'm more just like, whatever's fun that day. But because it is such like definitive language to just be like, I am gay, then I think that it creates this like binary system where it's like you either are this
100%.
or that.
Even
But I
only
don't
in your
think.
own head.
Yeah.
I agree, because it's like, also if you want to like talk about the tranny shit, it's like when it comes to trans men, so it's like women who become men, it's a lot of gay guys into them.
Oh,
It's gay men that have sex with trans men.
I think the love of my life is a trans man. I've never had sex with that one, but I would love like a hot trans guy. I think is like my ideal situation.
And I know this for a fact because one of my best friends in life, do you guys know who Buck Angel is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an amazing person, but he's a famous trans man porn star, the most famous in the world. And I've seen it firsthand. His demographic is gay men, so it's it is. And just like how the demographic for trans women in porn sites, if you want to just go by the data, which a nut doesn't lie, is going to be people who also watch straight porn. But I don't think it means it's all just fluid. It really is.
The thing about trans men though, and I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but
No one thought you were.
I know. I'm saying that on stage. I've been saying that on stage.
not a
I'll go. I'm not a scientist, obviously. Could you imagine me being like, "Where are the beakers?" But
No, you've talked about SPED on this episode.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm not a scientist, but I don't want to speak for everybody. If there's any trans men listening, the minute you start taking testosterone, you will want to have sex with other men. Something about taking testosterone gets them going.
Oh yeah, it makes them horny
Like
as fuck.
literally, like lesbians who transition into men will become like literally into. It makes you have sex with men.
And it's why I don't care about sex. 'Cause I'm like on testosterone blockers and shit. Like I don't care about sex.
So do you think that's a
Oh,
huge?
so you're on
Yeah, I
like
start
Lexapro
carrying-
heavy.
Yeah, I start caring a little bit when I'm like off of my blocker, whether in like in between prescriptions, whatever. Then I'm like, maybe I could fuck.
Do you have to be
Or
on those
fight. It makes
blockers
me wanna
forever?
Yeah, that's the classic
Unless-
experience.
Unless I
Fight or
get a
fuck.
pussy, I do.
With what?
Unless I get a pussy, I do.
Is that in the
Okay.
cards for you?
No, the surgery is like a complete lie.
Really?
Yeah.
A complete lie?
Yeah. There's not one person I've ever talked to that doesn't have like crazy complications.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is that everyone who's online saying that it's like so great, it's like major cope.
Really? Well, I know that they have to dilate almost every day, right?
For the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So imagine having to like 80 years old in a home putting like a huge rod up your wound. It's a wound. So
And then you have no sexual function, really, right?
that's another one they lie, and I think it's painful for a lot of people to have it happen, and then all of a sudden they're these like eunuchs who like can't orgasm, so they say like, oh no, I still can.
Well, do they they don't take out the prostate, right?
No.
So
But-
maybe you could like hit it from both angles.
Yeah, but if I had a doctor made pussy, I'd be like, don't go near my ass. You know what I mean? And
No,
that would
they
you'd
all
be
do
hitting it
anal,
from the
though.
front.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
they
you would
all
be
do
hitting
anal
it.
because it doesn't feel good for them in the pussy.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
sucks.
I would love to wear
for pictures?
fucking yeah. I know. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I got it from the pictures.
It's just for pictures, which I'm not even mad at because like tucking sucks, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
it actually
yeah.
scares me.
What does?
Tucking.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's like sometimes it'll go up there by itself, and I'm like, whoa. Do you know how it is done? You put it up the front.
Sounds painful.
No, I think you put your balls up and then you take your dick and you push it
yeah,
into
my
your
balls are
ass.
like up here right now.
Yeah.
They're like
But
approaching my belly button right
But
now.
in your like
Inside,
skin.
though,
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of dysphoria with that?
With what?
Your dick.
That sounds so
No.
Is that an
painful.
inappropriate way to bring it
Huh?
up?
No,
That sounds
no.
painful. Doesn't it hurt?
No.
Okay,
No,
that's good. I'm
the
glad it
body
doesn't hurt.
actually has like natural like pockets you can like.
Yeah.
That's why like you probably don't keel over in pain when it happens. You're more like, ugh.
It's more scary
It's like
than
a weird
painful.
feeling.
It's
yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
when
yeah.
you're starving yourself. You're like, yeah, sure, I'm in pain, but I feel so skinny.
Yeah.
I'm
And
on
I think-
Ozempic right now.
Why?
I feel like I'm like disappearing. I'm on Ozempic. I'm just getting so skinny.
Are you really on Ozempic?
Yeah.
For what, Blair? You're like the skinniest
This
person
is
I've ever
the
met.
South Park episode where
I
all the
lost 10 pounds. I did. I was 130 last time I saw you. Now I'm 120.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You look incredible.
We want
do.
Ozempic to sponsor the podcast. They're doing podcast sponsorships.
Are they
Remember?
really?
Yeah,
I've
Ozempic.
literally lost
yeah.
200 pounds. They should really. I'd be like, look, I'll lie. I took it.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
the gym.
before and after it'll work. It'll work. Yeah. No, but I love it though, because I think people think that it's like this thing you take and then you just like shed pounds, but it makes you just like not eat junk food really.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Were
it
you a
takes-
big junk food head?
I would eat ice cream every day. I would order crumble cookie every day.
Well, I have ice cream every day. But I work out a ton, so it totally doesn't matter.
I don't even work out anymore because I'm on Ozempic. It's awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If I don't work out, I feel like shit all day. I jerk off in the morning.
Podcast about
You
gay
turn.
sex.
I eat breakfast, jerk off, go to the gym, and then my day, I can have it.
Why do you jerk off in the morning? Because if I jerk off in the morning, then I'm not
Because
going
if
to
I'm
try to have
leaving.
sex with anybody.
I leave the house.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense to jerk off after your workout? So you get to use all that energy in the workout?
I take pre-workout.
Okay.
It's fine. And then I jerk off at night too.
Sometimes I don't like to jerk off during the day before my sets. I like to keep it all in. So that I
That's
feel like-
crazy.
You think
What
so?
is semen retention?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just couldn't function. Like my brain is just all over the place.
You're so lucky you're
What would you do
asexual.
if you went like a week without jacking off?
I don't know. I've never done that.
What's the longest you've ever been?
2 days?
Whoa.
Yo.
Maybe. If you're listening to this, you are listening to our main feed. You know, if you guys want to listen to this feed without ads, go to Patreon.
You have to listen to our Patreon. That's where we're talking shit. That's where you're hearing the real sex stories. You're getting our real life. If you want to have fun whatsoever, it's like $5, you stupid pigs. Just fucking sign up for it.
That's so true. And also, thank you for signing up for it, and in a kind way.
Or I don't care about it's kind or not, but if everyone keeps signing, we'll post pictures of our dicks. Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
I'll
Say
give it
maybe.
8. And if
It's
actually,
not fraud if you say maybe.
if we reach 100,000 followers on Patreon, I will show whole.
If we get enough, we don't even have 100,000 people listening to the episode, but if we get there, we'll show whole. We'll show Colton's whole.
Yeah.
And Dylan will take his shirt off.
I will not take my shirt off unless I'm making millions of dollars.
100,000 subscribers is $500,000.
Actually, that is true. If we're making that kind of money, the surgeries are already done. Okay, please, I need my loose skin surgery. Please sign up for the Patreon. If you guys don't do this, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
That's so
JK.
true. Sign up for the Patreon. Yeah, we
Bye.
have 2 series on there. It's the Lost
They can
Boys.
find it
No,
there.
but
Oh, the Lost
We're doing the
Boys.
Lost Boys series. So
If you bomb this, which you did not, you'll be on the main feed. The Lost Boys is everyone who's ever bombed this podcast. We put it up so you can watch them humiliate themselves.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard, dude. That's such cunty gay guy shit to do that.
We're bullies.
Oh man, you guys are such little bullies. I love it.
Fine, sign up. Thank you.
Oh,
We talk about this all the time. If I don't jerk off for I was just with my family for 7 days and I didn't jerk off for the 6 days. And by that day, I'm I have no empathy whatsoever. My eyes are completely black and I'm looking for disgusting men online to suck off. It's really embarrassing, Blair.
Oh my god. You can see why in so many countries where sex is something super stigmatized, whether it's gay or straight. It's that's why they be raping people.
I was going to say fucking goats, but you're right too.
And did y'all see? Oh my god. I need it. This is the devil. Did y'all see the video on
Yeah.
Twitter
With the
of
sniper?
the goats
Yeah.
with
Doing
the
what?
asses?
Wait,
Oh,
I don't
no.
know what you're talking about.
Wait.
It's getting hot, in a bad way.
In her.
There was a viral video on Twitter where it was some Muslim country where they had a line of goats being sold, and it looks like you sell goats for slaughter or for food or whatever. They had ass injections, or they were bred to have these huge asses, and it was so clearly a sex thing
Yeah, I mean, they have sex with goats. And that's not even
Wait, why is it clearly a sex thing?
because they fuck goats over there.
Why?
There's no women out there. They're goat farmers in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
there's
saying you should do it, but
You know,
it's
if I was over there, I'd
it's
be
not
like,
shocking.
I'd be like, you'll never guess. These men are fucking goats because they don't want to be gay.
But that's real. That's real.
Yee.
I feel like men would turn to other men before they would turn to goats. don't you
No,
think?
my buddy John was in the army, and
Not
he
if you're
showed me a
hella
video
religious.
he took through his sniper because
Yeah.
they're running. He's on with the watch duty, so he has to watch people that are outside the base. And there was a guy who I saw a video in night vision having sex with a goat.
I saw that video, or you told me about it, and my brain just went, I know exactly what that looks like.
I remember telling you about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy that my brain goes, I've seen that video. Nope, you just thought about it.
Yeah.
That's
But it's- I mean,
crazy.
Do you think the
Yeah.
guy was hot?
The guy that was having sex with the goat.
guy or the
It was
goat?
just like it was just
No,
a
but the
green
goat
blob.
said that the goat said the sex was really bad.
Oh, that's so bad, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
We're in a comedy club, y'all.
Oh no.
That's demented though.
Yeah.
That's sad. Poor goats.
Wow.
I just, yeah, I was, because it feels pretty common. Like, it's cross cultural, you know. Like the Irish always called the Scottish
Goat fuckers.
goat fuckers. So it's like,
Scottish people
does
fuck
it
goats?
feel good
Yeah.
for the goat? And
I
are they
love-
fucking it in the pussy? Or,
Yeah. No, they're
okay.
fucking it in the pussy.
Okay.
Because the goat pussy apparently
Go
pretty
pussy's
similar.
fire. Go pussy's fire.
Apparently, it's pretty similar to like what like women pussy looks like.
That's sick.
It's so wild that we know like humans kind of taste like pork, and that
We know
goat pussy is kind of like woman pussy.
oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
That's a cocktail.
Well, I think that's why like I always say like
God damn.
I feel like a good society has like a healthy amount of just like freedom for like the gays and people with like sexual, variants, I guess, orientations, because it's like you can see when it's so repressed, they just start fucking goats. Let the
Yeah.
gays have their parades so less goats get fucked, please.
Right.
I
Save the
gotta-
goats. We shouldn't get shirts. Save the
I can
goats.
also do without the parade to make maybe use
No,
that
yeah,
money
I was
for
just not gonna
something
correct
more
myself.
fun.
More fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Were you
what?
having fun at the parade?
No, the parade is just for the families. It's like gays
It's like
with kids.
P-flag.
It's like gays with kids. The fun part about Pride is like the after parties, the pool parties, the like
Yeah.
the concerts,
The
all
events
that.
thrown around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the parades get it like crazy. Like the one in San Francisco was like they were peeing on each other and shit.
No.
Yeah, there's like a whole section where there was like a guy in a kiddie pool getting peed on by random men. And because it's San Francisco, the cops like let him.
How European.
Well, they love that.
But
Honestly,
yeah, I was like,
The cops are all gay too.
I went to a
Yeah.
basement like that. Oh, we should just go there.
I know. We were just saying that sometimes like we get so horny that we start driving around hoping to get pulled over by a police officer so we can suck them off.
Yeah, I've like cried my way out of every like cop situation.
Really?
Yeah.
It always works.
Yeah.
Do they
Yeah,
know-
it's happened twice now.
Do they
Am I getting pulled
recognize
over?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Do they recognize you?
No, these were both a while ago, but I cried both times and they let me go.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What were you saying while you were crying? I'm so fucked.
I was just like, I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm sorry. My boyfriend just broke up with me. Just like whatever bullshit. And it was probably real. I mean, I probably was really going through it, but it worked.
I don't know. I've been looking them in the eye and going, like, giving them the respect that they really, really want. And for some reason, that gives me more power because I'm like,
know.
and I could take away this respect at any moment.
Oh, shit. Cops are really hot. I like in firefighters.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that earlier. Do you think would you rather have sex with a firefighter or a cop?
Firefighter.
Yeah, because they're better people.
That, and also I feel like on average it is hotter.
Yeah.
Also, do you think the fact that they smell like smoke adds to it?
Yeah. Well, they also love. The
They also,
fires.
I just am realizing they're not fighting fires as much as you think they are.
They're
like
playing
they're hanging
card
out.
games.
No, they're picking up fat people because they're the paramedics. So the
Oh,
people
shit.
can't like paramedics apparently can't like move fat people if they're a certain weight. So they call the fire department and they have to come and fucking lift these people up.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You like love that shit.
there's more fat people than fires.
I
More
just
fat
picture them
people than
dropping
fires. Yeah.
him.
There's more people so obese that they can't stand than there are fires. That's crazy.
The fat community,
Holy
another
shit.
enemy of their life.
Another fucking arch nemesis. They do get mad at me too.
Yeah. Well, you do come for the fats.
I do, because actually do feel bad for the ones that are like in the delusion that like it's healthy. I feel bad for them,
Yeah. No, I do too.
and I feel like someone needs to like, you
Yeah.
don't die.
Yeah. Well, and also anyone who was really fat and then loses all the weight always comes back and is like, "Oh, I didn't even realize I was feeling bad."
Yeah, and that's what I've seen. It's always like a wake up moment of like, oh wow, like I really did turn it around. I wasn't in a good place before, so I feel like
Wait, you were fat?
no.
No. I was thinking this earlier. I go, what would Blair White do if she gained 200 pounds? And I thought, oh, she'd kill herself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100. Yeah. In fact, if I have like a stomach ache sometimes, I'm like, I want to die.
Yeah.
I could start thinking really dark thoughts.
Oh my
I have
god.
a stomach ache.
Have you ever had like an opinion, like a really hard opinion that you completely flipped on? Like something you feel just as passionate about like the fat stuff, and then maybe like years later came back and was like, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I used to be like hardcore vegan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like from probably like 13 to like 21. Like, so like a huge section of my life.
Wow.
Yeah, probably all that soy is like why I'm a fucking tranny now that I think about it. Oh my God.
Monsanto.
Wait, so,
Monsanto fucked me. Damn.
so why not anymore?
I just like missed meat. It's
Yeah.
really that simple. It wasn't like but I still do have like a lot of, you know, as I felt bad for the goats, I feel bad for the ones we eat too. You know, I
Yeah.
feel like we should really get the situation with how we like create the food a lot better. But
Yeah.
I needed meat after a while. You know?
I was vegan after I busted my knee playing rugby, and I went from 210 to 160, and I was like, oh,
shit.
I gotta eat meat again. Apparently, I'm not doing this vegan thing right.
Yeah.
I will say every time I get high though, I go, it's really sad that we're eating the animals.
Yeah, my entire worldview changes when I get high. I'm a little high right now. But,
Yeah.
you
Well, it's
know.
also bad because all the cortisol, like
Yeah.
factory farming and all that shit.
The factory farm, if you
Yeah.
get it, like everything, I guess it's just so expensive to do it the other way.
Yeah.
Like, everything's from a local farm, but if it's, you know, what?
I'm just thinking like the sheep that get fucked, at least they're not in a factory. Like the factory
God.
sheep are looking at those like, they get fucked too? Are you kidding me?
Fuck, they
It's
probably
kinda like-
treat them kind of like, maybe not, but they probably treat them kind of like okay too.
Yeah,
It's
they're the
like-
sugar babies of sheep.
Oh,
It's like the Handmaid's Tale. It's like you could be a handmaid in the house, or you could be one of the girls in the brothel, where it's like
so demented. Fuck.
Yeah,
Save the animals.
that sheep is
please.
definitely getting shampooed and conditioned.
Probably veganism, and then I feel like I used to have like much more of like gripe against like Christians when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm still waiting to get over that myself.
really,
Yeah.
I kind of got over it once I realized like out of all the religions, it's like they're like kind of the safest one for like, you know, my gripe was always like they fucking hate trans, gay, whatever. And then I kind of like got a little older and I was like, I'm not even allowed in like other countries where the religion is like the predominant
Yeah.
religion. So
Well, my
For
problem
sure, but I just hate them too.
yeah, I mean, religion, I think like I definitely have more of a belief in God these days, but it's like not religious, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Just
I always think like my problem with religion isn't that I think if anybody who wants to be religious or is religious, I think live your life and you should be able to freely practice that wherever you go. I just don't like that when people are making policies, their beliefs from their religion are how they're basing their views, and it's like you're kind of seeping your religion into our laws, and
It's
that
a slippery
I don't,
slope.
That's what I
'cause,
don't like.
Like when you look at like the extremes of it, like if you just isolate Christian countries, if you look at like some African countries where like Christianity is codified into law, it's like there's also like gay people in the newspapers, like go kill this person,
Yeah.
you know? And then
Yeah.
you look at Muslim countries, obviously it's like horrific too. So yeah, it's just like people shouldn't just like take it so far. Is all.
Yeah, as everything.
Yeah.
What would
but
you-
then also atheists to take it too far.
Oh,
kinda like,
atheists are the
y'all
most
are so
annoying.
annoying.
You know, it's like you're so annoying,
Oh, I
and you
know.
also don't believe in anything. So
Yeah.
why are you being so vocal? It sounds like you have something missing in your heart.
I can't stand an atheist ass bitch, and they're usually like just the most boring, white, most like lacking personality you've ever met too.
Yeah.
It's like they need a thing.
It
Even if it's
does
an
feel like the
anti-thing.
thing.
It's another religion. It's their religion is I believe in nothing.
Yeah.
And you go like, okay, so like nothing's happening here. Smoke a little bit of pot and nothing's happening here. Look
Yeah,
at the
smoke a
sky.
little bit by and tell me there's not something fucking happening.
Yeah.
I feel that like the older you get, I feel like for me at least, maybe I won't make a broad statement, but for me, I feel like the older I get, the more I'm like, oh, it's like a thing. Or we're like in like a simulation or like some kind of orchestration,
Yeah.
like some kind of God, motherfucker. Like maybe God's the wrong word, but it's not just we're here by happenstance, you know?
With consciousness, chatting, with microphones, being like, I'm gay. I don't think so.
No. But, you know, religion just sometimes is too much for me.
Yeah, of course. The incense are so strong.
Is there
The
any?
incense. That too. I don't really like incense.
Me neither. I feel like it's always like a pothead. They go in, they just fucking line the incense. And you're just
I
like,
love incense.
And they go, you can't smell the weed. I'm like, your whole place reeks like fucking shit. Doesn't matter. I was gonna say, is there a viewpoint that you hold that's like, I was gonna say like
Liberal?
yeah, I guess liberal, or
Liberal?
like, is there something that you're like, oh, I'm actually embarrassed, but I do think this, because I feel like you don't have any like
Not
problem
embarrassed.
sharing, but like,
No, I can live out sometimes. Like I support gay marriage. Not even just because I'm here with y'all. Like I really do think like I don't see a problem with it. Certain social issues, I guess. I'm still working out how I feel about abortion. You know, that's one of the things I go back and forth on. But like gay marriage, shit like that. Like I can live out.
what's your
Most right wing.
No, I guess what's your
Take
problem with abortion that you flip back and forth?
There's just such a big part of me that's like, oh, you're killing a baby.
My only thing with that is that abortion is a procedure, and so it's like when you start making laws based on a procedure, they can't do it. So a Christian woman who gets pregnant and then is 7 months pregnant and wanted the baby and the baby dies, the procedure to get the baby out is an abortion regardless. And so if we ban abortions, then that Christian girl who wanted the baby now has to carry a dead baby to term and give birth to it.
It's so messy. That's why I wrestle with it, because I'm like, saying, okay, it's good, then there's like horrible situations where people are aborting babies at an inappropriate amount of time in the womb. And then if you say, oh, it's all bad, then there's situations like that. So I go back and forth, because also it's one of these weird things where science hasn't really figured it out yet, in the sense of like, okay, when is it like a conscious life? Like, we don't really know. So that's why people have this like gray area, and they have to figure it out.
I also have just never met anybody who's had a late term abortion. Like that just like decided they didn't want a baby
7 months in.
I mean, there are times where they find out that the baby is like horribly mentally sick and has like a bunch of diseases, and it's like
I wouldn't want some Jeffrey Dahmer in me.
Yeah, and that's what happens. But a healthy baby.
I'd probably abort even if they were like, "Oh shit, your baby's gonna be really boring."
yeah.
They were like, "Get it out of there. No son of mine's gonna be boring."
But
I like the Louis joke where he goes, people are like arguing that it's not killing a baby. I think it for sure is killing a baby, but I think you should be allowed to kill babies. Like, I think if a woman wants to kill a baby, she should be able to kill that baby.
My thing is just, I'm so anti big government that I'm like, get the fuck out of these people's lives, government, you suck. That's my point. I don't know.
I agree.
I'm definitely, small government person. That's like the basis of my whole thing. But it's hard because it's just like, I feel like the two sides, for which I feel like I go back and forth on, like, for and against it, obviously. It's like you can see why both sides feel exactly the way they do. Because if you're on the right and you really believe that's like murdering a baby, then like that's like one of the few things the government should do, which is like which is stop murders.
Yeah,
so I get it, but I just
that's where like the religious stuff comes in, because I go like, well, why do you believe that? And it's like, well, I believe in God and I have this Christianity belief. And it's like, well, you're not really supposed to be making decisions about laws based on your religious beliefs, because we have a separation of church and state.
Yeah,
but that doesn't. We actually don't. But yeah.
But the thing is, it's also like really, it's impossible to. How are you going to separate your ideals from making laws?
It is.
Like, for example, you guys might disagree with me, but I think as comedians, your religion is to comedy. I mean, you think comedy is the God, and you always put it all up to that. So you're big on free speech, and you're like, I don't care what someone says, as long as it was in the in the pursuit of being funny, it's allowed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will be disagreeing. They're like, well, that guy hates me, so that's hate speech.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's all, that's why we have to kind of work together.
It's all a slippery slope, and it gives you a little bit of empathy for everyone on each side, which people think I don't have any, but I can see exactly why people believe things opposite than me. I'm able to actually put myself in their shoes, and the free speech one, though, I'm like pretty absolutist on it too.
Well, it's got to be tough because you're such a polarizing person. I imagine people come at you with such anger all the time, where it's like you don't really get to start off with like a regular baseline conversation.
No, you start at like a 6.
Yeah, and it's like, how are you gonna
jump to an 11?
Yeah.
How are you gonna how are we gonna do anything like that? You know?
And then I get a little vengeful for, I'm like, maybe they should just ban abortion for you, bitch. But then I'm like, it is what it is. But I guess the gay thing, though, like gay marriage, it's like I'm glad society kind of came to the point where no one's really arguing back and forth anymore. It's kind of like a consensus, because I don't know.
I don't think that's true at all. In fact, I just saw a poll that said that more people are pro legalizing weed than legalizing gay marriage. Which
it is sliding back a little bit, actually.
Which is correct. Wild, because gay marriage is legal now.
It's sliding back for sure. So but I think there's like a lot of reasons for that. It's like the people peeing on each other in San Francisco. It's just like the PR for the LGBT is really bad. Like we're not good at like.
Let us pee on each other.
I don't want
I'm feeling real
I know
white woman now.
I know you can get uncomfortable with it. Don't come to the pee party.
I don't know. If it's on the street though.
Yeah, well, that's
it was
crazy.
On the street with like kids
that's
walking
crazy.
We let them do it. They can do it. I saw guys shitting in the street. I go.
Well, they're homeless.
Well, it's crazy if your kids know they're homeless.
He asked to shit in the creek, and you said no.
That is fucked up, though, because if they're homeless, they're kind of allowed to do whatever.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, what is going on?
Well, that's ultimate leverage, right? If you're homeless, what are you going to do? Give me a home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't. I go, if he needs to shit there, then we need to get a city service to make sure we can clean that up, But I just let me pee in the fucking streets. I let me fuck. And I don't want to go fuck in the alleyway. It smells like trash back there.
I also have no problem with them doing that if it's like, listen, if we're gonna be pissing, if they're gonna be pissing at each other on the parade, go ahead and do it. But maybe we should be like, hey, this part of the parade is not for kids.
Or
that's
I
the
think there's
thing.
compromises.
I think
Yeah. You have to make it an 18 over event if you're gonna do 18 over shit.
What about just a movie rating? Right? So there's rated R movies. Kids can watch it if they want. I mean, if their parents let them, but they're still going to watch the rated R movie. I think that you just rate events.
You're fighting an uphill battle.
Yeah,
No, I feel like that was a really good idea.
No, it's not. It's not
I
a
feel
good
like
idea.
this event is rated
no.
X.
I think
Dylan's on Twitter.
Yeah,
we've canceled yet?
What? I
Fuck.
think why not? I mean, you can let your kids shoot guns. Guns will kill you. Watching some guy pee on another guy, that's not going to kill you.
I think it's just 18 and over solves it. It's like you
I
can
agree.
be an adult or adults can't come in.
Also,
If you can't get a tattoo, you can't watch two men piss on each other. Okay.
fair enough. I also don't know a lot of children that are going to these pride events.
I would say that gay parents and
There's, like, a
and
lot.
they're
Yeah,
at the
there are a
parade.
lot of
I would say
kids.
at the parade, but I wouldn't say they're at the events.
Not the events surrounding, because those are all usually actually like 18, 21.
Yeah.
No, those are
But-
fun fuck parties.
Yeah.
And I don't
Exactly.
want to see a kid there.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be 18 up for my eyes. Can you imagine peeing on a guy and looking over and seeing a
kid?
toddler?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's one of the
protect
things-
me, government.
That's one of the things is like I feel like a lot of my content is like pro like children's protection and shit, but like I actually don't really like kids.
Yeah, I also do think that sometimes the right will be like, what about the kids? And you're like, you know damn well the kids weren't here. Okay, you know what I mean? You know
When
they're
they're not, for sure.
I
Yeah.
think that sometimes they use the kids stuff, and you're kind of like, okay, but the kids aren't here. We're in a closed door,
Yeah.
and everybody wanted their dicks.
And we
Yeah.
have the internet.
Yeah.
Like-
That's what scares me about like kids now is like having so much access to shit. Cause even me, it's like I grew up in the internet age, but like on the phone there wasn't porn and stuff like that.
We
You
know
know
that
what I mean?
they're saying that Gen Z has less sex than anybody else.
Yeah, I think it's because you know
Porn.
they've been like inundated with just like so much overt sexuality with
Yeah.
like access to the phone and
Oh, I think it's that they're nervous to talk to people because then they always go like, "Oh, that's cringe. That's cringe." They're just embarrassed
They say
all the
everything's
time.
cringe, that's
They're
true.
just so embarrassed, being like, "Don't do it. Does everybody hate me?" It's like, yeah, we do, kind of.
Life is about people hating you and you not caring.
Right.
that's true.
I
That's
can't wait
true.
till Gen Z turns 30. They're gonna be
I
so
know,
much more bearable.
I know.
There's already videos like on TikTok of Gen Zers being like, okay, so we kind of understand millennials a little more now, and now they're on the way to the fucking Gen Alpha because those are all Jeffrey Dahmers for sure.
Those
Oh,
are all
yeah.
iPad kids, right?
Yeah, which is, that's scary.
How old are they?
Gen
they're
Alpha,
like, they're like the middle school kids.
yeah, like 10,
and-
12.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not around kids at all. I at all. So the only experience I have is me remembering me as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was doing wild shit, and I like.
Life is
what-
just
who
about
cares?
experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are you gonna have a full a full idea or viewpoint perspective if you don't know everything? And so all you can do is just go around experiencing more. So if these kids are gonna vote one day, we better show them the whole world.
And that's pissing on the street.
Protect the pissers. Protect the pissers.
I don't want to see motherfuckers peeing on each other either.
That's like sex, Blair. I mean, come on.
True.
Have you ever been hit on by a woman?
Yeah, and I get really, I feel bad.
Why?
Because I care about women's feelings.
Yeah.
It's like, I feels like,
Have you ever been with a woman?
no.
Oh yeah.
But first of all, I'm always like really late to recognize it because like, is this just a girl being nice? Because
Yeah.
girls tend to be sometimes like nice to each other. in
Girl
public.
flirting.
Yeah, I'm like, does she just want to be a bestie? And then like 30 minutes in, it's like, oh, she's trying to fuck me.
Yeah.
And then it's like hard to let her down. I just keep kind of talking,
Yeah.
just try to leave.
Yeah.
The classic female
I feel like I
experience.
could never, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I could never be with a bitch.
Really?
I would feel like a whole man.
Yeah.
I would feel like a man, for sure.
I feel like you could be with like a real butch one who would just like
A stud.
Yeah. A really masculine one.
But they're like all ugly.
Well,
I,
there's no
but
hot
I mean,
ones.
but just we're talking the hypothetical. This one's so hot.
In what way?
like Ruby
Oh,
Rose.
she like you could mouth off to anybody because she's coming in. She
Brittany
actually-
Griner,
Wait, who's that?
the basketball player that was arrested in Russia.
Oh, I literally thought that was a tranny for so long. I was so sure that was a tranny.
Well, she's not trans, I don't think, but she just had a child and she goes by Pops.
Nice,
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
Interesting. No, I could never.
How
be a
tall is she?
bitch.
6'11"?
Big. Yeah, she's like 6'10",
And her voice, it was the
6'11".
voice for me. The voice was like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy
We
dude.
could find you someone. Someone up. There's 4 billion people in the world. Is that
Well,
true?
are you
I'm
getting
not
married?
trying to get set up with a bitch though. Like I'm just not. Like I mean, you could, but I don't
Well,
know if I would
fine.
be receptive of it.
Are you getting married?
I don't have any plans to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like marriage is kind of like, I don't know, as much as people think I'm like trying to be this like traditional person or adhere to like, you know, straight values, whatever, it's like I don't really care that much about marriage.
Yeah.
I feel like if anything, I would like run away from my partner if I was married to them because I'd feel like constricted. So I like to just feel like I have.
You
freedom
value
to do.
freedom.
If you're not gonna have kids, I mean, I don't really think it may even
Yeah,
make,
and I
unless
don't
other
think I'm going
taxes,
to.
right? I guess it would help.
Tax benefits, great.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna have
Especially when
kids.
one of you doesn't make any money.
You're getting that inheritance, don't worry.
Yeah, you're fine.
That I do. I keep on to be like, I'm an investment.
Have you ever done psychedelics?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any? You do psychedelics? You go. I'm a Republican.
I'll tell you later. No, I've done quite a few. Yeah.
Really?
I've done DMT maybe like 5 or 6 times, which changed my life.
Did you do it out of the
Changed
pen?
my life, yeah. Well, a few different methods, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was one of them.
Did you? Is that when you started believing in God?
Mm-hmm. And like, it definitely, I feel like it like connected pathways in my brain, just like turned things on that have never went off and have been positive.
I should do DMT.
We should do DMT. We should do it for the Patreon.
How long is it?
Well, you kind
couple
of,
minutes.
It's like, yeah, sure.
the
You're
thing
like-
is, like, wouldn't make great video content because you don't do anything on DMT outwardly. You like literally like leave your body. So
Right.
it would just be a video of you like
I smoked
sleeping.
it once, but only because a guy that I wanted to get back together with was like, "Do you want to come over and smoke DMT?" And so I was like, "Sure."
That's an amazing ask. Well, not with a I wouldn't do it with a stranger, but.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
he was straight.
I was dating him.
Oh, you're dating. Okay, cool.
I was trying to get him back.
Fuck no, but DMT.
you're just waiting for it to wake up. Did you have any revelations?
Oh my god. I've done shrooms too. Shrooms are
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I love shrooms.
Yeah, but they can go south too.
I never had them go south.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you can have a bad little trip. Yeah, and then I feel like I've become like a stoner over the years.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be, but I smoke weed like every day,
Yeah.
like a lot of it.
Like blunts.
Yeah,
Nice.
blunts out of a bowl, out of whatever. The stuff they sell here though is like, I don't get it because it looks like weed and you put it in a bowl and you burn it, and by they I mean like actual stores.
Yeah. Like
THCA,
Delta
that's
9.
what it is. So
But
it's
what is it?
It's a loophole. Basically, it's regular. It's not technically weed because there's no THC in it. But once you add heat to it, like a flame, then THC, scientifically it becomes it.
It's
So
all a
it's
loophole.
the same shit.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
just not quite as strong as regular weed.
Yeah, I like it though. You know,
Oh.
but I wish it was legal here, just actual weed though.
Yeah.
That's one of the things where I'm like, okay, I can live out on that too. It probably should just be legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some lib points.
Yeah. I can do that sometimes, but not with everything.
Yeah. Well, do you have any questions for us? This is our famous.
It's our famous segment.
Fuck, you're putting me on the spot. Would you rather fuck
Ooh.
Nice.
Rosie O'Donnell or Brittany Griner?
Rosie O'Donnell. She's interviewed so many
You
amazing
sick
people. I love Rosie.
so gross.
I love Rosie.
Brittany Griner's the basketball player we just talked about.
Yeah.
Who's basically a man.
Nice. I'll choose her.
I would have figured.
I
Hey,
love
you're
Ro-
straighter than him.
I love. Really? You think so?
If you pick Rosie O'Donnell, you're straighter than him.
I love Rosie. I think that she had so many good interviews. She's so funny. She's a good actress.
Wait. Also, Brittany's
hate Rosie?
fucking me.
I guess that
It
can
was-
be
the strap on.
determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be determined. Who are your friends that get fucked in the ass by trannies all the time? Do I know? them?
Oh well. One of them you might not. He's probably out in your DMs, but because I asked him, I go, "We have Blair White coming on the podcast. Do you want anything?" He goes, "Just tell her I love her." And
Matt
thank
Ross?
you, Matt Ross.
yeah.
You know what I've learned, by the way, is everyone kind of does.
What?
Fuck trannies.
Oh.
Everyone's
Yeah.
a big word, and here's people get mad, but like it's just
Every guy I know is addicted
so
to the
many.
porn. Yeah.
I think they just lie about it so that it doesn't seem as like.
They're lying about having sex with other men.
Yeah,
of course
yeah,
they all
yeah.
lie. They're all letting their guys like suck their dicks, which we love.
Yeah.
It's not everyone, but it's definitely way more than people would think.
Yeah.
And that's just coming from not experienced fucking a lot of people, but like
You get a lot of messages, I'm sure.
yeah, and if trans really was this like very, people aren't into that as people try to make it out to be, I just feel like I wouldn't have as many people pursuing me.
Do you ever have? And you obviously don't have the same
We are-
names.
gorgeous.
Yeah, no,
Thank
you are
you.
scary pretty.
I feel so hot. You make probably people uncomfortable. You're probably not autistic. They're probably just like scared of you because you're so hot.
So other people are the problem.
When,
Yeah.
when you're wearing an American flag bikini and have a gun in your hand, I go, I gotta get a gun.
That's like my uniform.
I love that.
That's why, like, if there was a cartoon, it would be that look for sure.
Yeah.
Is your hair natural?
What do you
I
mean
have
by that?
extensions.
Okay,
but-
that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
real hair is down to like right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, it looks
Are they
incredible still.
clip-ins?
Right now, yeah, but sometimes I do the sew-in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wait, would you would pick Rosie?
No, I picked Rosie.
No, you picked Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Brittany's strapping in and putting in me.
And you're straight, so I have to think of a different question for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather fuck? No, I can't do someone.
I mean,
else
I could do
now.
the same question they did. I pick Rosie.
Would you?
No,
Yeah.
That is straighter
I mean,
why
I
is that
just
straighter?
because she's like more of a woman than Brittany Griner. They're both women, obviously, but Brittany Griner is like, ugh.
but she's also a comic, so it's like, oh, we'll probably get along.
You get
Yeah.
connections. You know,
Yeah.
You social climb a little bit.
I don't
She
know.
eats in
I don't
bed
know if
and
she would
there's
help
no
me.
way she doesn't eat in bed, and that's for me a no.
Well, I thought I had to fuck her. I'm not moving in.
Yeah, but I don't want to feel the crumbs on the sheets.
Oh, I love eating in bed. It's all I do.
Me too. There's like a lot of lesbian comics. I feel like.
There's a lot of lesbian comics.
Yeah, Ellen's like dead now though, which is really sad. I feel like was she really a cunt or did they just?
No, I think she was really an asshole.
Okay, yeah.
But I think you also had to be an asshole at that time in
Yeah,
that
but this
job.
is I think also when you get that famous.
Look at all of those guys. I mean, Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel.
They're all monsters. I'm
The
sure.
only one that I imagine is probably cool is Conan.
Yeah.
the thing is, I feel like
What
she probably
Jimmy's
was an
Fallon?
evil cunt, but I feel like to run that operation over there and be like the person she is and the way people interact with her. The thing about like fame is like you are very dehumanized when you're like spoken to and interacted with.
Yeah.
And it's like in a positive way people think because it's like people love you, but there is something really dehumanizing about it. So I
You're
feel
almost like
like
a product.
yeah, so I feel like it on a big enough scale, if like I can feel that way sometimes, then Ellen must feel like not a person at all. So I could imagine maybe she was kind of a bitch because it's like y'all don't think I'm a person. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
But then
you-
no one has empathy for like a billionaire, famous rich person. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have two questions my friend really wanted me to ask you.
Okay.
Okay. One, if you didn't do this career, what could you see yourself doing? Is if you were just a normal trans girl living your life out in the wild, what do you think? She was like, do you think she'd be like a marine biologist?
That's actually not that far off. I fucking love animals, especially aquatic ones.
Oh.
But that I don't think I would. I don't think I'd be doing anything.
You'd be like homeless?
I think like.
Be like a
I don't
trophy
know. I
wife?
feel like this was just so my destiny. There's not anything
Yeah.
else that would ever work out. Like I remember being a little kid and like my mom would be like, mind you, I was like nonverbal as a kid. Like that's how I know I probably was autistic because
Yeah.
like I did not speak. And she's like, one day people are gonna hear what you have to say and you have so much. I'm like, why would you say it to someone that's not talking?
Yeah.
And she was like, you're gonna be famous when you're older. People are gonna listen to you, which was weird. This was like my whole destiny. I feel like.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I could see myself being a trophy wife.
Yeah. I could see that too.
See, I couldn't even see that for me.
Really?
People would think maybe I would say something like that, but no. I'd hate the feeling of like a man having like power over me.
Well, if
Like-
you marry for money, you'll work for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you don't ever have one up on me, bitch.
100%.
As a man.
Yeah. I say that. And then,
And
also-
I would be in control.
do you have any?
I mean, I guess I would. But
Do you have any do you have a lot of like really big names who like secretly support you, or like people like that really shocked you that message you and be like, I probably like shouldn't, like Hollywood people who are like, I probably shouldn't be like messaging you, but I love your content.
yeah, I think the most secretive ones are like the LGBT celebrities.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I feel like are too pussy to like really, you
If
know,
we
because I'm
br-
tranny Hitler. So if you
Yeah.
like Blair White, then you're whatever Hitler's number 2 was.
Are there like ones that are like really shocking?
I mean, shocking is, I guess I'm just not so into LGBT celebrities.
Yeah.
So like to me, I don't, but like, you know, all the Drag Race people, I feel like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like at least half the cast from every season ends up, you know, and then, I don't know. I feel like I've gotten to like work with so many people that are just like so impressive that fake people are getting more brave to like say they like me.
Well, you know, we were talking about. I mean, I was talking about this the other day. I think maybe I said it to you, which is like sometimes gay people get mad at us for the things that we say on here.
Like what?
And, or like even just for just talking and they'll get
just
mad.
talking.
And then, but I'll meet gay comics or I'll listen to them on podcasts, and they'll be like very very liberal and like have all these talking points, but then you meet them in real life, and I'm like nervous to meet them because I'm like, oh, they probably will hate me for the stuff I post online, and then they're saying the exact same stuff. I go, oh, so you're just lying.
Yeah, because the like social sort of like stigma against having views that are outside of your own group obviously is like really strong.
Yeah.
That's why people, you know, react to me the way they do when I go to the little LGBT events. So that's real. But I feel like also a lot of the times it's like when I see someone follow me or hit me up privately, it's like it's only a matter of time. Like I was talking to Amber Rose before she like spoke at the RNC and shit. So it's like they'll come out eventually.
Yeah.
The way we come out, they'll come out, bitch.
Yeah.
That did make me laugh. My mom called me up. She goes, you know, I really like that Amber Rose. Really?
I really like her. She's like really
No, she
sweet.
seems cool, but like my mom is like.
Yeah, that's such a random connection. She's really sweet. She hit me up on some really nice vibes recently. I like her. But yeah, I guess so.
That's cool.
all the drag race people,
I think that celebrity used to be more of a politician's game where you're like having to put out this like this like viewpoint where like, and we all believe in the same thing. But I feel like now, especially with streaming and like what we do, is like this is stream of consciousness.
Yeah, and also I'll go if you're like, I can't believe you said that. It's like, yeah, I was probably joking. I don't like believe it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
a joke.
Yeah. It's like if you're mad at it, it's like, oh yeah, like I wasn't being serious, and I'm also not running for office. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you don't have to take me that seriously.
No, I used to work at a gas station. What are you so upset about?
People really fuck with like the realness now, which I find very interesting. Like we'll do a podcast where like we'll walk away and be like, that wasn't very good. And then people will be like, this is our favorite episode because it just showed the most realistic side of us.
Yeah,
it wasn't just bop, 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 bop.
The tide is turning because also we're so inundated with content just as people on our phones and shit that it's like people just have a better ability to detect like fakeness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's also been in my benefit because I've always just had this philosophy of like, no matter how much it makes people mad, just like say how you feel. Because I don't know how to like go to bed at night and be like, I'm saying I'm supportive of gay marriage, but I'm actually anti or vice versa or whatever, any position, right? So now it's paying off. People are just more real now, I feel like.
Yeah. Also, it's like, just say how you feel. It's like all you're doing is telling the truth, and you can just have the people who want to be like, who agree with you around you. I don't think it's a big issue.
Yeah, I think it is. We're becoming more literate, which is why we don't watch, you know, mainstream consumption of like news, because my dad will be like this. I'm like, they're playing you. Like you just got
News
played.
is scary. Sometimes I catch just like a glimpse of it, like a doctor's office or like someone's
Well, they're
house,
playing
whatever.
characters. They're actors.
It's
with
scary.
lines. Yeah.
And like every second of it is to have you just feeling like so scared.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, it's just propaganda.
Yeah.
So, and people still are very heavily propagandized right now, but it's less and less and less, which is actually a really positive thing. As much as social media is like bad or whatever, it's like, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That people have different resources now.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, we only have one.
We have one segment. The whole show is based about it. If you were a gay man, would you rather have sex with me or
Didn't
Colton?
you hoes ask me this last time? You're going to change my opinion.
Dylan's skinnier now, though.
I am. I've lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, I think you did lose some more weight since I saw you, for sure. We both did.
Yeah.
I guess it's still the same. Or who did I say last time?
I can't remember. We
I
also
think
have
I
bad
said
memories.
you. Or no, I said you.
Well, still, how do you feel in the present moment?
I'm bottoming.
I'm topping.
Oh, well then, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See, we're
I
talking
can't
about-
be your man, sorry.
Yeah.
I have to be you.
But in the scenario, you are a gay man.
Oh, that's
in the
a good
scenario,
point.
you like, yeah.
Oh,
you,
okay, well then I would be getting dug out.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Not with Colton.
I would be getting dug out.
Wait.
I'm bottoming.
Oh, well then that doesn't change it. Then yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to get dug out.
Yeah.
but not really.
Love it. Picked again.
Well, you have a big
What
tour.
a pick me.
Yeah.
Such
yeah.
a pick me.
We are.
I'll make
You have a
hairs
big tour
falling out.
coming up.
My
Do you
hair's
want to
falling
talk
out.
about that?
Yeah. What are you doing on tour? Oh, you're clipping.
My hair's falling out from stress and from clips. My tour, yes. Oh my God, yeah. So I'm doing the Blair White Takes America tour. It's going to be in 11 American cities in Toronto, Canada. And it's going to be my podcast live, basically, the Blair White Project. And I'm thinking like, because I still have some room to like change the show if I want to.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like a hybrid of like stand-up, podcast, and just like talking shit with my fans, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, that's amazing.
You're doing stand up?
Well, it's like a hybrid kind of. It's like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be a funny bitch because that's like natural, but
Yeah.
it's not like stand up. It's like
Okay.
You
know.
should contact Joe and see if you can get a couple reps in at the mothership.
That would be so cool.
no,
Why?
that's scary.
No,
What?
because that's real stand up shit.
Yeah, but you could definitely do that. He would definitely give you spots. He would be excited to have you there, and just at the big stage, go on Little Boy.
Okay. I have considered asking for like maybe like a night
You have
in
to.
Blair White or some shit.
That'd
But,
be
like,
great.
But like also, I
Or
don't know.
even just
I'm
to
just
do
not a
10 minutes,
stand-up person.
But just to do it for 10 minutes, you could just get one spot to come in and just get used to doing jokes or kind of. It's only 10 minutes from Little Boy or 15, whatever you want. They would die to have you there.
But
We
what if,
could
like,
help
I'm
you
not
punch
funny?
up the 10
oh,
minutes.
Blair, if you need help, we
we
help
could
you
just,
with jokes.
yeah, we could write jokes.
Okay, if you guys helped me,
Yeah.
I would think about it like after my tour though.
Okay.
Because I feel like that would be a good warm up because I'm doing my own thing and then
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
100%.
Because we were gonna maybe do because I have an Austin date at the beginning of my tour. I'm actually starting with Austin, which is really fun.
Yeah, when is that?
And I was that's September
Oh.
9/11. It's on 9/11. Great way to celebrate. We were gonna do it at Mothership actually, but it's just that's like so stand up.
Yeah.
You know, it's so
Yeah.
stand up. So maybe in the future. I don't
Okay,
know.
we should go to the 9/11 show.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Let's go to
next
the 9/11
Let's
show.
all
You
go
should
to the
though.
9/11
9/11
show.
with
No,
Blair
I'll give
White.
you guys tickets. Don't,
Oh,
don't even worry about it.
We'd love to.
And you as
Yeah.
well, like for sure. But let me ask y'all a question though, because this is something I'm actually so curious about. Why do comedians in Austin like me so much? Because I'm not a comedian. I feel like
you
they
st-
all follow me, every single one of them.
Because you work at the mothership, or you go to you're a friend of Joe, and then also you're funny.
Yeah, it's funny more than anything.
And down here,
Okay.
you can say whatever you want. Like comedians
true.
are really feel free down here, and I think you kind of represent free speech.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing then. I feel like every other time I like leave the house, there's the other day I was like at a Botox appointment. And there was a bitch at the reception. And she's like, "I'm a comedian here, and like I really like you." I'm like, the comedians like me here,
Yeah.
so I like them too.
Hell yeah. Well, we love you and thank you for
Yeah,
coming
thank
on.
you so much. And
Yes.
follow Blair. I'm sure you already do. Yeah, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
To drag out horse.
No.